Sports Social Club hosted by Alex and Jess. I'm Alex.
I'm Jess.
And we are here to talk about what's going on in sports right now. First up, biggest news, we're still in the middle of March Madness right now. Today, which is Sunday, we've got a couple of Elite Eight games going on, both men's and women's. Because we've already got two of the men's Elite Eight games have already completed. So we've got two Final Four teams already set, Florida and Duke.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Those are the two. Not playing each other, correct?
No.
Playing different teams. So we're waiting to see who wins. I have Houston moving on and Auburn moving on. So most likely that's what's going to happen. But I don't know. Houston was in a close one the other day.
Yeah, they looked rough the other night. I really thought they were going to lose that game, or at least take it to OT and lose. But yeah, no, they finally the flaws are coming out.
Yeah.
And so even though JT Toppin's an amazing player, he's such a good offensive player. But yeah, no, I could see them losing.
Yeah, so we'll see. Hopefully not. I have them
winning
my whole bracket.
Same.
So I'm like, I need y'all to get it together.
Yep.
And then on the women's side, we have two of the first Elite Eight games, and then the other two will be tomorrow. And for my bracket, I have all 1 seeds moving on. So my Final Four is all of the 1 seeds, which I feel like is fairly likely, but you never know. I mean, TCU's been looking really good. They might be able to take down Texas in their game, which that's kind of fun. I mean, you're in the Elite Eight, and was a former Big 12 matchup. So it's like teams that they've played each other who knows how many times over the course of, their existence. So that should be a good matchup, I bet.
Yeah, I could see TCU beating Texas.
Yeah.
They got a lot of fire right now.
Yeah, they've been on a good run. Last night I was watching the USC game. It was close. That was a close one. Glad they pulled out that win. Without Juju Watkins after she tore her ACL. Obviously, it's been a little different for their team. I saw they were interviewing the USC coach, and you're like, you got a lot of freshmen on the court now. Like, how's that going? And the coach is like, I don't care about how old they are or whatever. I just care about how they're playing. So,
hell yeah.
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 So we'll see what happens with that. I have South Carolina winning my women's bracket.
Yep.
They're looking good. So.
Yeah, they're looking really good. They keep getting in kind of closer ones, but no, they're looking really good. This year it's really interesting. It's like there's not one team that's like amazing, like out of everyone, especially now that Juju Watkins is injured. It's like she was really spearheading the USC Trojans. So it's kind of interesting to see now, like it could really be anyone's game once we get down to the Final Four.
Yeah.
And so I'm excited. As long as LSU loses, I'm good.
Yeah. And I mean, especially the men's bracket is similar now, but the women's for sure, it's like basically all top seeds left. Like you've got all the 1 seeds, and then I don't know if there's anything lower than a 3 seed.
Yeah, no,
left
there's not
on the women's side. Yeah, so it's like these are the teams that have been playing well all year, which so it's kind of the teams that you expect to win. You don't have that like Cinderella story of, oh man, this team has just been killing it in the tournament. It's like, no, these are the teams that have been playing well all year, and they're continuing to do so.
Yep. Yeah, it'll be exciting to see. It'll be very exciting to see. But yeah, no, I'm excited for the men's games today. I love the men's, I don't know why, but I love men's, kind of like we talked about last week, where the women's tournament doesn't really start until like the Elite Eight, essentially, like, because you get all the teams coming in. So, but the men's, it's like no matter what, every game has been pretty good to watch, like pretty fun, pretty entertaining, down to the wire.
Texas Tech Florida game the other day.
Yes.
Where Texas Tech, I saw like a stat where it was showing you like the probability that they're going to win at like one point towards the end of the game was like 95% chance Tech is going to win, and then Florida said no, we're coming in.
Yep. Yep. Yeah, so it'll be interesting.
Yeah. I feel like I've been watching a little bit more of the women just because it's on ESPN, and so since I don't have cable, it's just so much easier for me to just go to the ESPN app and watch the women's games than like, okay, I got to get on my phone on this March Madness app, airplay it to my TV to watch it. I'm like, I don't have time for that. It's like Cody will put it on, and I'm like, okay, great, we're watching the men. But like, if he's not here, I'm like, I'm watching women. I don't care.
We have 2 TVs, so I've had the men on the big screen and the women on the other TV.
Nice.
Yeah. So. Oh yeah. But yeah, no. And then next, we got hockey, which is exciting because the Dallas Stars
Yes.
clinched.
Yes, they did clinch their playoff spot. Last night beating the Kraken 5-1.
Hmm.
Um, I was watching that game for a while. I watched the first two periods. I think it was like 2-1 after the second, and then I guess they decided to take off and score a bunch of goals in
Yeah.
the third. So they're looking great. I love how they're talking about how great the Stars are doing right now. They're like, oh, they've had such a great record, these past 10 games or since the Four Nations, like they've just been killing it. And I love how they always throw in, and they're like, and they haven't had Miro Heiskanen. And whenever they get
Yep.
back, one of the best defensemen in the league, like imagine how much
It's gonna
better
be
they're going to
amazing.
be. So,
Yeah.
and then they always like to throw in, also Tyler Sagan's out, but
Yep.
Miro Heiskanen has been out, and he's coming back. He's predicted to be coming back like first for the first round of playoffs.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that happens. I mean, obviously they've been playing well without him, but
Hmm.
the fact that you can get an elite defenseman back in, kind of like put your lines back where you need them, because they're just kind of like shuffling around trying to fill in that space without Miro. But whenever he comes back in, I think it's going to be kind of a game changer for the team.
Yes, heck yes. It's gonna be great. I
So
think
that's gonna
this
be
could
good.
be a really good. We have a good chance to win. We do every year, but
Yeah.
we have a good chance to win.
No, this is like actually a really good chance to
Yes,
win. Like other
yes.
people are saying it besides Stars fans.
Yes, yeah.
It's like when the Cowboys, every year Cowboys fans are like, this is our year. I mean, Stars fans are kind of the same way, but
Yeah.
this year
But we actually have a chance.
actually have a chance. Other people within sports are agreeing that this could be
Yeah.
the Stars year.
It's not. And it's not just the Dallas delusional. Like,
Right.
It's
And
for real.
as of right now, I think we would be playing the Colorado Avalanche first round, which I feel like always makes me kind of nervous because
Yep.
I feel like the Stars are a little hit or miss against them. Like they're a division rival, so you play them so many times a year. You'd think, I mean, it's like good and bad. You play them so many times, so you would hope that they have like a really solid plan or like know how to beat these guys. But I think because they play each other so many times, you have just so much back and forth of this
Mhm.
team's going to win one time, this is going to win the other and stuff. So
Yeah.
yeah, we'll see. Also, obviously, a very big rivalry in this household with Cody being an Avalanche fan, so it's always a very rough first
Never
round.
fun. It's never fun. Yep.
But-
Unfortunately.
Yeah. I feel like he's more likely, like, when the Stars or the Avs move on,
Mhm.
he's more likely to cheer for the Stars if the Avs are out than I am to cheer for the Avs if the Stars are out.
100%.
Because at least he lived in Dallas for, like a year or whatever.
Exactly.
So he's been to those games. I think he gets the hype a little bit. He
Yes,
knows how
yeah.
good they are.
He understands.
And then you started seeing with these teams starting to clinch their playoff spot. You're also seeing teams get eliminated from playoffs. So
Yeah.
last night, I think it was with the Stars win against the Kraken. The Kraken were eliminated.
Mhm.
Tough for them, but being my now hometown team. But
Yeah.
and they play each other again on Monday. So it's like now does
That's
it
crazy. Now
Yeah,
it doesn't
they-
even matter.
I know. I'm like now it's like a weird little like they were talking on the broadcast last night. It's like kind of like a little mini playoff series. How you get to play each other
Yeah.
2 times in 3 days, and
Kind of
I
exciting.
mean that's how like college hockey is set up. College hockey you'll play the same team Friday and Saturday. It's always like a 2-game stand.
Oh.
So that's always kind of neat. So it's
Yeah.
interesting when that happens in hockey when you're playing the same team really close together. Especially they're both in Seattle. So
Yeah.
the Stars came in and now they're just here for like 3 or 4 days.
It's just hanging out.
Just hanging out. Play the Kraken and they're like, well, we beat them 5-1 last night. I guess we can do
Yeah.
it again the next night.
I wonder how many fans will go to the game now on Monday.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I think there was going to be less fans anyway with it being a Monday game.
Monday. Yeah.
I was looking at tickets and they were definitely cheaper on Monday than they were last night. I mean, I would have, because if I was going to go, I would have preferred to go last night, but Cody was
Yeah.
doing rugby stuff, so we didn't go. And then I could go Monday, but I'd be late. And I was like, I don't know if
Yeah,
it's
it's
worth
not
it.
fun.
And then being out late on a Monday, I'm like, I don't
It's
have the
never
energy
fun.
for that.
Never fun at all.
But other than that, I mean, that's the biggest hockey news right now. Getting closer to playoffs. Starting to get those teams clinching, those teams getting eliminated. You'll get those middle teams where they're really fighting for their playoff spot. But now that the stars are in, they can kind of chill. Obviously, they're still going to be playing hard, but I think, you might get closer to those times where they're like, this person's feeling a little iffy. Let's sit them, not push it because we don't need to get
Hmm.
that spot in. We already have it. So,
Yeah. What about Ovechkin? Is he 6 goals away now?
yeah, I haven't seen an update that he's any closer than 6. 6 was the
Yeah.
last I saw.
Oh,
So,
getting closer.
getting
Getting
closer.
closer. It's so exciting.
Um, Other than hockey, I think you were gonna mention some stuff about the UFL. It is back today. Is that correct?
Yeah, it was back yesterday.
Yesterday.
And yeah, United Football League, for people that don't know, it's like the G League basically for football. And so it's so exciting because it's like the only football you're gonna get outside of like spring camp and everything. But for professional, and it's from the end of March until like end of May. And it's really fun though, to watch, because it's a lot of like players now, especially that we know. So like Spencer Sanders is on the DC Defenders, and Kellen Mond is on the San Antonio Brahmas, and then Max Duggan is on St. Louis, and Matt Corral's on Birmingham. So it's kind of fun because now they're actually incorporating players that like we watched in college.
Mm-hmm.
And so, but originally it was the XFL and the USFL, and they finally merged. And so they're trying to make it more of a big deal, to try to get more fans into it, even though it's like there's 3 teams in Texas. There's a team in Detroit, there's a team in Birmingham and DC and everything. So, but no, it's really exciting. Bob Stoops is the head coach of the Arlington Renegades.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, and we won yesterday, which is exciting.
Are you gonna
Hate
go to a
him.
game?
No, no, God, no, because you know where they are. This is my
Oh no.
biggest opinion as far as the UFL. I hate it because you know where we play? We play at the old Rangers Stadium,
Oh.
the Choctaw Stadium, whatever, right next to where the Rangers game is, right next to AT&T Stadium in Arlington.
Mm.
So it's like terrible. They could have done a lot more, like putting it at the Cotton Bowl or
Yeah.
putting it up in Frisco, putting it
Mm-hmm.
somewhere else that you're going to get real Dallas people going, because when I watched the game yesterday, they said the attendance was like 10,000. There's no way. It had to be like maybe 5,000. Like it's so sad because you're trying to fill out a baseball stadium and you
Yeah.
can't.
Why
Like
wouldn't they put it
there's
at the Cotton Bowl? Nothing's going on at the Cotton Bowl.
That's what people are wondering. They're like, why did you not do this? But I don't know, maybe because they're trying to get fans that, so like the Rangers are going on. And
Mm-hmm.
so maybe they're trying to get fans coming from a Rangers game, or try to get fans that know, oh, if you're going to go over there, maybe they'll go tour AT&T Stadium or something,
Mm-hmm.
like that kind of incentive. But to me it's very stupid, because I'm like, you wanted to get way more fans. If you put that thing in Frisco at
Yeah.
the FC Dallas Stadium, I mean, it would be so much better. You'd get so
Yeah.
many more fans. Put it at Allen High School. They have a
Right.
nicer stadium. Like put it
They
there.
have one. I think didn't McKinney get a new one
Yes,
over the last
yeah.
few years?
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
like
you've
put it
got
at one of
these
those $1 million stadiums.
right. You've got these massive high school stadiums. Bigger than some college stadiums. Obviously, not
Yeah.
like bigger than your Power Four stadiums, but like
Yeah.
smaller colleges. You've got high school stadiums right around there that are new, can
Yep.
hold all the people that you want that are going to come to this game.
Yeah.
So it's like use
Why
one of
not?
those. Probably save money
Yeah.
because you
Honestly.
don't have to get that whole massive stadium. It's like, and you'll fill
Yeah.
the stadium actually.
Yep.
So
It's crazy to me. It's crazy. So, but anyways, yeah, at least we got football on. It's really fun. They have a lot of more technology that they use. It's like they test things in the UFL, and then basically like the NFL will watch it and say, "Oh, what can we take away from this?" So like they have technology for spotting the ball on first down, or if they, instead of having like a chain gang, like actually go out and measure it, they have a whole system that does it. So it's really nice, to see that kind of technology. And you can always hear the coaches, like, so when they're calling plays, and like you always have that kind of thing, which to me, I'd be like, if I'm the coach on the other team, I'm gonna have a broadcast on cheating,
right.
like knowing what they're gonna be doing.
It's like if they're just broadcasting this on TV to everybody, I might
Like,
as well
why
be able to
not?
hear it too.
Yeah, right. Like, but I guess these people have integrity or whatever. But like,
I doubt it.
but no, there's no way. I'm sure they're cheating. Like, but it's kind of cool because you get to see that, you get to hear that, and you get to hear them go in depth into plays like on the field. So it's a lot of behind the scenes of professional football, just not NFL quality.
Gotcha.
So,
Gotcha.
but yeah, so if anyone wants to watch that, that's a lot of fun going on. It's always there's 2 games on Fox, 2 games on ESPN every weekend. So
There you go. How
it's
many
exciting
teams are
stuff.
there total? Do you know?
So there are, I can tell you. Let's see, we got 8 teams. So we got
Okay.
Arlington Renegades, we got Birmingham Stallions, DC Defenders, Houston Roughnecks, Memphis Showboats, Michigan Panthers, San Antonio Brahmas, St. Louis Battlehawks, and yeah.
So no
So
West Coast teams.
no, not at all. No, no, they're staying out of there. Yeah, I don't know why, but like, yeah, no,
I mean,
they
my guess is, at least right now, with it being somewhat fairly new, and then it being a somewhat short season. I mean, only like 2 months or so. They're probably like, we don't want to waste time and money with all that
yeah,
travel time back and forth. They're just like,
yeah,
keep it within a little bit of a
keep them
smaller
there.
window. Yeah.
Yep, that's exactly. Yeah, and it was interesting when it was the XFL, they were the same kind of way where there was only like 6 teams, and so you'd see it got boring because you'd see the same teams play over and over again, and then
Mm.
USFL did the basically the same thing. And so when they merged, they kind of took their favorite teams from each of the leagues to put together. So, but yeah, there was never any West Coast. So, sorry to the West Coast, but y'all are missing out. So yeah, that's the exciting stuff going on with football.
Nice, nice. F1, there was no race this weekend, is that
No
correct?
race
What's the next
next
one?
week.
Next week?
Next
Or,
week, yeah. That's a good
what,
question.
you
I
don't
think
know
we're
off the
still
top of your
over
head?
there.
Over there,
There's
as in what?
Japan.
Like,
Oh, it's
not
Japan.
America? Oh,
It's
yeah,
Japan.
that's
That's
right.
what it is. Yeah, because
That's right.
Yuki,
Yes, because Yuki Tsonoda could be replacing.
yes,
Is he like
is
officially?
replacing
He is
officially.
replacing Liam Lawson, so that'll be cool for
Thank
him.
God. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah. I felt
struggling.
bad for Liam. That was, but I've seen so much stuff on like people think that the Red Bull car is just terrible, and Max is so good that he can manage it.
Yeah,
But like you get anyone else in there, and we'll probably see it with Yuki too, where it's not going to be good.
mm,
They're going to keep doing this,
unfortunate for him.
plugging a new driver. So yeah, Japan though, it'll be exciting.
Okay. Oh, I wonder with that time change,
Oh yeah.
you gonna be able to watch it at all?
Oh God, let's see, because let's pray that it's like 7 a.m. No,
Mm,
we won't be watching it. It'll be at midnight.
okay, great.
Um, so
So that's a
let's
no.
see. Okay, so for
Yeah,
us in this
10.
area,
Yeah, for us it's 10 p.m. on Saturday.
yep, we got a midnight. So I'll stay up for the first, to see the start.
Mm.
And then we'll definitely pass out, and I'm sure I'll wake up and Henry will tell me what happened.
Is he gonna stay up, or is he
Yes.
just gonna wake up earlier than you, and then
No,
he'll
when it
know?
comes to midnight races, he can push through and stay
Okay.
up until like 2 and at
Mm,
least finish most of it. And I just can't. I'm like,
no.
I want to see the start, and I'll fall asleep, I'm
Yeah, the
sure.
start where they crash, and then you're like, well, they're gonna
Yes.
go into a safety car, so I'm out of here.
50 million red flags and safety cars, and we're done.
Oh man.
So it'll be exciting.
I'm trying to think of any other big sports news. It was like opening day for the
Yeah.
MLB the other day.
Exciting for baseball fans.
Yeah, very exciting for baseball fans. We are not.
Love it.
We are not those.
No, for those that want to know, I love baseball in July. That's
Mhm.
the only time
I like
I care about it.
baseball when I'm at the game.
Yes. Oh, so much more fun at the games.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So much more
Baseball,
fun.
baseball on TV doesn't do
Mm,
it for me unless I'm watching the College World Series.
yes.
Maybe if Oklahoma State is in like a good game, but
Yep.
as we mentioned before we started recording, Oklahoma State baseball terrible right now.
Terrible.
12-12.
Hmm.
I don't think they're ranked. At least they
Nope.
shouldn't be.
Not at
Not
all.
at 12
Not at all.
12.
We are the last place in the Big 12 at this
Oh my gosh.
as of yesterday.
Which, for those who are unfamiliar with Big 12 baseball, Oklahoma State traditionally very good.
Hmm.
If they're not, top ranked, they're at least top third, because you got
Hmm.
solid teams like Texas Tech. When Texas was in the Big 12, Oklahoma State, and so there's always really good baseball going on in the Big 12. And for some reason, I don't know what's going on right now, but Oklahoma State is sucking it up
Bad.
really
It's
bad.
Yeah.
But
It's sad.
Oklahoma State softball
Yes.
doing better than
Doing
that.
actually a lot better. Yeah.
They are ranked.
Yep.
Hopefully they can keep it up. Um, in softball news, Oklahoma lost again. Great.
Mm-hmm.
They're number 2 right now. Number 1 Texas. They lost the other day. That was
Mm-hmm.
great. Love a good loss.
Hell yeah.
What was crazy, because I was watching the OU Wichita State game the other day. Insane score. I think it ended like 19-16, which was ridiculous.
Yeah.
But then I was like, oh, like the OU coach, I was like, she's been there a long time. I was like, I wonder how long she's been there. And then I looked it up. She's been there as long as we've been alive.
Mm-hmm.
She has
Yep.
been the head coach for OU softball since 1995.
Yep.
I was like, oh my gosh.
Isn't that insane?
That's absolutely insane.
She's legendary.
I wonder when she's
Yeah.
going to retire.
Never, because
Never?
they just keep chunking out championships. Why would you?
Yeah, right.
But she's been there forever, and they didn't win a championship for her until like early 2000s. Like they gave her years of trying and building the program.
They were
and
confident.
Yeah, and now she is softball royalty. Really good coach. I wish we had a coach like that, but
Take what we can get right now, I guess.
yes, yeah. So yeah, no, softball's looking fun. It's always fun to watch. But yeah, baseball's just miserable right now.
Yeah. Well, it's still kind of early, so
Yeah.
maybe they'll get it together once the season progresses a little bit. Unlikely,
Yeah.
but you never know.
Yeah.
I think that's all I've got in terms of sports news. You got anything else extra?
No, that's pretty much it. We just gotta keep watching March Madness for both men's and women's, and
Yep.
and see how this turns out.
Yep, we'll see. We got Final Four coming up. Probably, I think it's like into this next weekend.
Yep.
We'll get
Next
the Final
weekend.
Four and then
Yep.
championships after that.
Yep.
So,
Heck yeah.
should be good.
Yeah.
Thanks for tuning in to our episode of Sports Social Club. Be back next week with hopefully some more exciting news. It was kind of a slow week.
Yes.
But things are heating up for, NBA and NHL playoffs. More college sports are going on. Obviously March Madness, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
All right. See ya.
Bye.